Hey
Just
everybody.
be
Welcome back to Tales Under a Blue Moon. My name's Nick. I'm gonna be your host for the evening. Um, we tonight or today, this is episode 2, technically, of Oil and Scrap. Um, I'm joined by Liam, Kay, and Ethan. Uh, Same players as always. Um, but yeah, last episode, we introduced the world, the players, the characters, and had a bit of a technical malfunction. That shit happens. Josh, shut up. Be quiet in chat. I, shut up. um, yeah, that's staying
I
in the
love it.
recording. Anyways, yeah. So last episode, we ended with all of the mechs deploying to the wastelands and heading towards a spaceship crash site. Yeah, and I know for you guys it's been like 5 minutes, but we're splitting these up, so just shush, just quiet and chat real quick. So yeah, we ended with your guys' max touching down into the arid steppes, a kind of desert wasteland. So what would you guys like to do?
We're heading for
Oh,
those cliffs.
Okay,
Fucking we ball.
fuck it, we ball. Problems
Fuck
with
First,
it.
water. Yes, we
first
We
ball.
episode,
ball.
lose characters immediately. It's great.
Ah, it'll be fine. Second now,
No,
technically
no, no,
second.
no way.
No, of course not. That's impossible. Okay, so
I got chat.
you got chat. Okay, so you guys are walking towards the cliffs. The area around you is kind of almost eerily empty.
Dusty.
There's hardly anything, just kind of sand blowing about around your max feet. Um, and it takes probably an hour ish before the cliffs finally like come into view. Um, Wait, you're a little confused. All right, we're gonna pause for Josh in the comments. Um, we are splitting the episodes up in 45-minute chunks because our viewer retention is garbage on YouTube. It's like 5 minutes. So I'm hoping that 45-minute episodes will make things a little nicer for people to watch after this happens. There you go. There's your answer. Um, but yeah, sorry, I should not look at chat while I'm doing this. Yeah, so the it takes about an hour, but the cliffs do eventually come into view.
Hello, pretties.
Kind of past that, you caught me off guard.
hello, pretty. Love it.
You can see the kind of plume of black smoke reaching up out of the um, canyon. You can't see into it yet because you're not right at the cliffs, but that's what you see.
Okay.
Okay, so we see canyon and the cliffs, sort of thing.
You are
Okay.
probably like 5 minutes off from the actual cliffs themselves, and you can kind of at this point see the like black plume of smoke reaching up into the sky.
Okay, do we see the corporate hounds anywhere?
If you have any sort of like advanced scanners, you can use those. If not, you can roll. Go ahead and roll for it.
I
That's a
have
very good question, my friend.
I have zoom optics on my stuff,
Okay.
so I could like try and zoom in and scope out the area.
Yes, definitely
Okay.
do that.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me
Yeah, go
a
for it.
d20. The first roll of
Ooh,
the game. Ooh.
14.
14. Okay. Let me pull up the. We're prepared. I promise. I believe 14 is just a success. So because of your zoom optics, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail than I would if you were looking at like without it. Kind of down into the canyon, you see 4 individual mechs.
Shit.
It does appear that they have a like purple flower emblem painted onto their left shoulder.
Isn't that the Sakura?
That is Sakura. You do know that is a Sakura
Okay.
mech.
Oh boy.
Do
we
we
know-
know what type?
You can roll me a d20. Let's see.
That is an
Should I-
8.
An 8. That is in the tough choice category. I'll let you know 2 of them.
Sure.
The first one is a brawler. It is a 2-legged mech. You can see it is holding a relatively large rifle of some kind.
Right.
And the second one is an Atlas. It is a 6-legged kind of hauler class mech. It has just a bunch of space on it for scrap and for whatnot. And you can see several arrays of machine guns kind of turning on the top of it.
You said a brawler and an atlas.
Yes. Also, to address chat's point, fair. Let's go ahead and actually describe your guys' mechs, like what they physically look like, because I don't think we've done that yet.
Oh boy.
We just described what they are, not what they look like.
Here comes improv.
Yeah. So why don't you guys go ahead and do that? Let's start with Gizmo's mech.
Lovely. Okay, with my mirror ball mech, it does have a safety feature where I can activate shields and everything protecting me inside of my mech. Weapon-wise, I chose to go a little crazy and just put a bunch of mortars on it that I can just bomb people from a distance. I wasn't really thinking when I made it. I just wanted to go Joker crazy with it.
So in a second. Oh, sorry. Oops.
And what's the mirror ball physically look like? Is it 4-legged, 2-legged? Is it brightly painted?
The mirror ball is it's a 4-legged mech with 2 disc-like arms to project the shield on top of it. Its paint color is camo, which is kind of ironic since Gizmo likes to wear more of the childishly bright colors and hides behind a stuffed animal majority of the time. So, kind of funny.
Josh demands mech art. Okay, calm down. This is on a shoestring budget right now.
You can make the mech art,
Yeah,
right?
Josh,
Okay.
if you want to make your mech art, if you want that so bad, make it yourself. No, I'm kidding. We might have it at some
Make
point.
it
I'm not sure.
yourself.
I can do
We're
mech art.
also probably going to change mechs. So,
Almost certainly, yes.
almost certainly.
Winterbird, you want to describe yours real fast?
All right. So, the description I do have figured out is I am playing a magpie mech, which is kind of overgrown with plants and vines, very much reflection of what Mel wears. She kind of wears like a loose and fishnet looking shawl that looks like different pieces of scrap and plastic and broken beadwork that she's kind of woven into clothing. Very much looking like a piece of herself is also a piece of the scrap and vice versa. Her mech is definitely a reflection of that, but also shares a likeness to a magpie with its coloring being black and white, and then different pieces, either mechanical or even real flowers kind of growing from different cracks that are either placed there purposely or just by age. And it looks like there's an attempt to build almost wings, though they seem more decorative at the moment, kind of flat to the side of the magpie, which it kind of has more of a bestial, organic look to it, with how its joints click together, almost like a cat, kind of mixed with a bird.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I put the coloring in chat for you guys. So it's kind of like the general colors.
And do you want to say that out loud for our audio? Our
Did I
audio
not say it out loud?
listeners? Yeah. Just like what colors it is. And
Oh,
whatnot.
sure.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like the northern aurora borealis in light coloring with different almost like faded purples, twilight purples, and those cold blues, and mixed with almost those washed out but still very close and dear greens that give a feeling of safety to it. And there's underlining colors of gold, and this is all on top of kind of a rusty black and white skin of a magpie.
Awesome. Lime? Last one.
Sure. So the gopher is kind of a little bit squat. It still has two legs, but it is very much meant for carrying scrap. So I have outfitted this to be pretty much I am a hauler, so I am trying to carry as much as I can on this bad boy Smacks. Um, but on the outside, I have taken very good care of it. Actually, I have. Well, some people, I don't know if they'd consider it well taken care of, but to my standards, it's very well taken care of. Um, I have decorated it in very stylized graffiti, and in a lot of the joints and in a lot of the cracks that don't move, I have little like moss deposits and little plants that kind of grow between the mech. But I've made sure that it doesn't compromise any of the systems. And that is my mech.
Awesome. So that is the party. Uh,
We can
down,
work on mech art at a different time.
yep. Down below in the actual canyon, a lot of actually all of the mechs are painted a kind of flat gray, with
Oh,
just the
gross.
uh, a lot with just the purple and purplish pink flower on the shoulder, or whatever classifies as a shoulder for other mechs. Um,
Just to
joint.
let you both know, I fucking want that atlas.
So
That is all.
we want to try to disable them without disabling their capabilities then.
You can damage their weapons all you want. Hell, I mean, I think I could even probably salvage it, even if it was destroyed. But I
So,
think, I mean, I think, um, I think, they are a little bit heavier than we are at some points, especially that. I think that brawler is a problem, but and the Atlas over there has. Did you say a bunch of machine guns?
I did, yeah. I did say
You
several machine
fucker.
gun
Oh
emplacements.
yeah,
like,
yeah, several machine gun. I
Several,
know
yeah.
exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a yeah, you know exactly what I'm doing, huh?
Oh, I was looking at that pattern. Um,
should I
oh
thumbs
God.
away?
Can you? Even from this range?
My zoom optics increase the range of the motors.
So
Currently you
I
are at
have a
very
thing.
far range,
Aw.
Yes.
and you
Um,
are still at the top of the cliffs.
so here's the deal.
Is
I need to
is there
get
a
into
way
medium range for me to be even effective.
is there a way for me to get in long range while still having my height advantage over them?
No, not from the ridge line at least. You might be able to get down into the canyon, and basically the only way to get within long range is to move into the canyon.
So here's my proposal. I have what's called Sleeping Beauty, um, but we basically go into a feigned reactor shutdown. But nothing can target us until we shoot. So we can't. Well, you'd have to act. Somebody would have to activate the grappling arm, and then we'd have to slide down. Uh, After I do the Sleeping Beauty. Is that how it works, Nick?
Once you activate that, you are completely locked up. Your mech cannot move in any capacity.
That is not what it says. It says
Is it
the
not?
mechs can move, but it says the mechs can move,
Well,
but if they
okay,
activate any systems, modules, abilities, or attack, they become active again.
correct.
So would that
Basically,
be activating any systems?
movement, yes,
Well, it
because
says they can move though, but they can't activate any of those systems, modules, abilities, or attack.
okay. Um,
But
Let me read it real quick because I'm
yep, absolutely.
Tech 2, right? Yep. Okay.
It's kind of just almost a stealth kind of thing, you know? Um,
Okay, yes. So,
it's
yeah, you cannot. All right, movement is classed something different. The reason I said that in the first place is because technically movement is a system, but regardless, you can move around. Um, but if you activate anything else other than just moving, you will basically come online.
so how can we get down there and then activate it? And would we be in long range then?
Yes, you could.
Great. So I think we might do that and then get into our positions and then fire.
So do we want to get
How does that sound to you?
do we want to get in range just enough where I can activate the mortars and bombard them?
I also want to be in range when for to shoot. So I have a green mining laser, so
That's fair.
yeah.
I was thinking along the terms since my mirror ball has an ability called Shield Dome. Granted, it's mostly around me, but if you are kind of like hidden behind me in a way, it would also kind of protect you.
Well, I have to be within medium.
That's that's what I'm kind of getting at. Is if I bombard them with my mini mortars, we're definitely going to get their attention, and they'll probably start coming in our general direction.
Yeah, but they might be able to immediately fire back.
Fair enough. So should I try like grabbing their attention with the bombardment?
And then we go from behind, possibly?
So, quick point of clarification. The mirror dome or the shield dome is classed as close range, so all of you can fit inside of it.
Huh.
So, what does that do for us? Does that protect us from things?
Yes, so it has a set amount of
Yep.
structure points, and if they try to attack you, it will attack the shield instead until it goes down.
Oh, should we say sandwich them where I kind of draw their attention away and then you guys kind of sneak up on them and fire? Or
What do you think, okay?
Well, since
Your mic's breaking up.
Oh, great, lovely. Am I still breaking up?
No, you're good now.
You're good now.
Okay. Um. I think I will just adapt my mechanics to whatever you guys choose. I'm not really sure how any of this works.
My stuff is more, it's meant to be more medium ranged, but with zoom optics, I increase my overall range of my weaponry.
Correct, yes.
So I can increase it to long range.
Ah, I see.
So normally I would be with you, Liam, in the medium range area, but I can increase my overall range because of zoom optics.
So I will say, each attack you use with zoom optics does cost 1 energy point.
Yes, I
But
did.
that's
Yeah.
that's it. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you guys need to go down the cliffs first.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's. I'm sure it's possible for us to be seen. No. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to just bonsai jump off of it or set up the grapple?
I think the grapple gun. Yeah.
All right, let's go for it.
Okay.
All right.
I believe that is 2 EP,
So yeah,
2 energy points. Yep.
I am gonna pretend like I know what that means. Poot.
So your
Yeah.
your mech has a set amount of energy that it can use.
Oh, I see it. I see
Yep.
it. Cool.
So subtract 2, and then roll me a d20. Let's see how well this goes.
So there's EP and cap. I'm taking away from the EP,
Yes, correct.
but I'm leaving the cap.
Yep, leave that as is. That's your max amount.
All right, 10-4. And dice. I need to roll dice now.
Yeah, roll a d20.
I'm gonna find roll 20, and this is gonna be good. I have too many tabs open. Please.
Did you, Nick?
Yes.
About did you say about how close they were all together?
Um,
Well,
they were all within close range of each other, at least for right now.
okay, because I'm reading to my mini mortar again, and it's explosive rounds upon
Yes.
impact.
Yes,
So
so it will damage anyone within close range. Ooh, that's a nat 1.
Yeah, I think I accidentally rolled again, so that's fine. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. Okay. I
Okay.
did! Damn it. That's a 6, it didn't help.
That's a 1. Okay.
So what does that do, Nick?
So that is in the
Oh.
game called a
Jeez.
cascading failure. So what happens? You try to set up your grapple line. You stand up on the edge and shoot it down. You forgot to disable your winch on it. So it spears into the sand below you and yanks you off of the cliff and just drags you down towards the sand.
I'm in danger.
You're gonna take 3 structure points worth of damage as your mech kind of slams into the sand below.
you good down there,
Guess
Mal?
guess we know who's baked.
And
Well, that fucks up our plans.
a little bit. Gizmo, you do kind of notice that nothing seems to have changed about the way the Sakura mechs are moving. They don't seem to have noticed this.
Really?
That's
Hopefully
crazy.
they don't notice the sound of a giant mech face planting. Got it.
Don't. Echoing in the cannons. Or
Correct.
canyons.
They are a little preoccupied with the massive ship in front of them.
Well,
I
I
got
could
one.
go in guns blazing.
Okay, but let's think about this first. Should I draw their attention and then you guys kind of
Well, we
go
can't even
in
hit
guns
them right now.
ablazing?
We can't
No,
hit them now.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is, do you want me
Yeah.
go try to grab their attention, then you guys go guns ablazing from another side?
Well, first we have to jump.
Fair enough.
So is my grappling harpoon is connected to the mech, right?
Yes, it is.
So it's still
Oh.
with me?
Yeah, it didn't break or anything. It just
Cool.
yoinked you off of the cliff.
I could make a fire, like a fireman's pole with a cord
Yeah.
if you want to do like a silent climb down.
Is that possible?
Like, can you use it to slide down? Like, if I secure it to the,
Well-
because am I at the base of the canyon right now, or like
you are
where
at the
am I?
bottom of the cliff. You have just basically thrown yourself off of the cliff. So you are probably
I did say fuck it, we ball.
a couple 100 meters or a couple 100 yards
You
below
have to
them.
say that. God.
Yeah,
So
I did kind of set myself up for the one, didn't I?
So, Winterbird, you could technically shoot up a grappling hook and allow them to slide down it, but that will be more energy points that you have to spend.
True.
Do you think we do it? Honestly,
Would it
if we
help
don't get
them?
hurt, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so it would prevent them from taking fall damage, is basically what it
Then
is.
hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll another d20.
Oh
Hopefully
boy.
this one goes better than the last one.
Don't say that, Nick.
Don't yeet us down the cliff, please.
Oh, we're at 13 people. Oh my gosh.
Don't look at
That's
that number.
crazy.
Just don't look at that number.
Stop reading the numbers.
That's a good number.
Okay, so that's not a crit fail. That's just a fail. That's a 3.
God, what are
I'm
you
not rolling on
rolling?
this.
Stop
I'm rolling.
that.
Roll 20.
Just roll physical dice from now on.
Oh,
Roll 28.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll.
I'll take out different ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you kind of shoot your grappling hook up at the canyon wall, but it hits probably a good 20 yards below them. It is solidly in the wall, so you could jump to the line if you two wanted. But you'd have to grab midair and slide down, which is a lot harder done than said.
Never use roll 20. It's really bad.
Well, in my defense,
It wants your
Nick
characters
made us set up a roll 20.
I did.
was just using the application that was given to me.
I did because it's a nice character sheet.
Can she re-roll with actual dice?
Not on this one.
Damn. Huh?
Not on this one.
I'm gonna use
Roll
my
20
lucky
is
talent
excited.
dice, who has totally not made me
Yeah.
roll an out one on a character set.
No, of course
We
not.
will never roll on D20 and roll 20 again. Clearly.
Nope.
Because
I
once you
won't.
did.
a 1 and a 3, I'm rolling so much more than that. No. Never. Never again. Yeah, we'll try and jump. I'm going to do it. I mean it'll at least, save us a few points of structure,
So we're Calabunga.
We're cowabunga. Can we attempt to
Okay.
grab
Cowabunga.
it?
Who first? First,
I will go because I'm rolling.
you'll go first. Okay.
Please.
So
love
you
of
leap
God.
off of the cliff. Roll me a d20. Let's see how
He's
this
also
goes.
heavier, so I feel like the
That's a
gopher is going to be
15,
heavier.
Nick.
Okay, awesome. So you hop off the cliff and latch onto the line and slide all the way down. You don't take any damage, and the line is still there for Gizmo if he wants to take it.
Why not?
Gizmo,
We're gonna have some fun.
All right.
you got this.
You kind of leap off the cliff as well. Go ahead and roll me that roll d20.
18.
Awesome. Same thing. You latch onto it, slide all the way down. Only one of you has taken damage so far, and the fight has not
Why?
started yet.
Why couldn't you have done that? What, how did you just whiff like that? Ah, it's all right. It's all right. We're okay. We're down here. We don't have to worry. It's all right.
In that
We're here.
defense, I did not know the cannon walls were going to be that dusty.
Well,
You forgot
okay.
to put lubricant
Yes.
on the winch.
Yes, you do.
I
Yes, you
might
do.
have.
Always have to put that lubricant on.
It's why you quit.
So we're
What?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
uh,
Um, but shall we go into sleeping? Shall we, oh gosh. Um, shall we do Sleeping Beauty
Sure.
now, or should we do that in a little bit? I think that would be now, wouldn't it?
I will say the what's it called? The mechs, the Sakura mechs are getting relatively close to the crash site. From here, you get a better um, like visual on what exactly this ship is. Just kind of based off its shape and whatnot, you can tell it's likely a science vessel. There's no guns, no anything like that. However, the kind of outside of it is covered in a charred black film.
Interesting.
Oh,
That's not concerning
shall
at
we,
all.
I think we should, I think we should go into Sleeping Beauty and then run up on them.
About what's the
Um,
distance between us and them?
You are in long range right now.
Okay, so do you want to activate
I
Sleeping Beauty and I let you run off a little bit and then I fire?
Probably a good idea.
Or should I, or when you activate Sleeping Beauty, should I move like a little off to the right
Well,
and then
they're not
fire?
to it yet. So
Um,
theoretically, we want them to start their. Honestly, that is not a bad idea. Why don't we let them do a little of our own work and then attack them?
So attack them when their guard's down,
Well,
more
attack
or
them
less.
once they've done what we were going to do anyways. Did we? Oh, Shiza.
So
We don't know who else is on their way.
you do not.
so do you
So
want me to bomb them or do you want me to wait a sec?
You do, however, know that there
I
were
would.
more than one group coming this way.
Yes. So we could theoretically. Um, is there a claim of we won't attack you and you won't attack us and we'll go on our own way and fuck anybody else up who comes
Probably
in?
not with
Is that a
corporation.
thing? Well,
It's not necessarily always a shoot on sight sort of deal. Um,
yes. So if we were to say, hey, we're not gonna shoot you, we just want pretty much, split it, right? Um, we we both we both mess anybody else up who comes near, or we send out a signal that says, "Hey, anybody else comes near, the two of us, completely separate, will mess you up." Is that a thing we want to do?
So you're saying we should try to bargain with them
Correct.
in a way
Split.
to kind of defend the loot while also still knowing we're not
Correct.
going to be sandwiched.
Correct.
Um,
Or maybe not knowing we will be sandwiched, but well, here's the
Nick,
deal with
so
that.
what's up,
They
Kurt?
they could do the same thing. Yeah. What?
So, are we sure that the Sakura pilots are with a corporation?
You know it for a fact.
Yes.
Um,
I,
No other
with
group wears
my
this symbol.
background at hand, at least me trying to use that as help in this decision, would I know if bargaining them will get us anywhere, or would they just either cast us aside and take all the good loot, or kill us at
It entirely depends on why they're here.
Okay.
I do know I have an ability as my pilot that I can ask anybody 2 questions and they have to be truthful with me about it. They can't lie or anything.
Okay.
So if we want to try to go the
you should
bargaining
definitely use
route,
one of those.
hmm?
You should definitely use at least. You should use one of those because I think we should save that for if there's anybody else.
I wouldn't exactly so be willing to trust them too much.
So I will say, Ethan, that ability, you get to ask me 2 questions, not an NPC.
Ew.
Yeah, you get to basically gather information about the area you're in.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not like a in-game thing. That's more of a meta thing.
Well, I am an ex corpo. Um, so I have a little bit of knowledge as to what are my opinions on Sakura, Nick, if I have any.
Um, it's a good question. Your family's probably done business with them at some point. Um, they make a lot of the modules, like a lot of
Yeah.
technology and whatnot. Um, I wouldn't say you have like a strong opinion on them either way.
All right. So if we just so are they would they be more would they probably be more interested? Well, actually, yeah, that's a good question. Is would they be more interested in modules or systems then? Because I know that you said they make modules.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I feel
that
like I feel like with that, then it would make me believe that they're more focused on the modules and all the
Mhm.
components required for said modules rather than the system components.
So we could use that as a kind of bargaining chip per se. We could say, hey, we'll let you have the modules, save for maybe one or two, and then we can do all the systems, save for one or two, and then we can specialize in that and split our time more effectively.
Hmm.
Honestly, if
What are your
we
thoughts?
I don't see why that's a bad idea if we're trying to avoid combat.
So I will
Now,
I
say,
think
sorry, go ahead.
I would say that's not a bad approach to this situation. It's definitely worth trying.
because if they can't find us, or if they show that they are not trustworthy and they try and come fight us, they won't know where we are still because can use my. That's honestly that is so good. I just have my own transmitter that is on my person, separate from my Mac.
Hmm.
Is that a option that I think is what are your opinions on that?
I would say let's see what they have to say. If they're not willing to be nice about it, we can. You activated Sleeping Beauty, right?
I can right now.
I would say let's activate that just to be on the safer side in
Great.
case they don't want to negotiate with us.
I think that's 1 EP, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
it's a little bit more than that. Let me check.
Was it?
I think it might be 2. It is, yeah, it's 2 EP.
That is
You get
unfortunate, but that makes sense. Let me look at how much EP I have.
let's see,
I still think it's worth it.
I'm still thinking, let's do that. And just as a
Oh, I
precaution,
have plenty.
I can get set up somewhere kind of to draw their attention with the mini mortars if things go
Well,
south.
it can only be nearby me.
Yeah. It's anyone within close range of him.
Okay.
So
So
we'd
if
have to,
things go
and honestly, that works if you use yours as well.
I
But
I don't think I have Sleeping Beauty on mine.
shield before
Yeah,
I activate.
We have
my shield
someone
dome.
with metal detector, someone with sleeping beauty, and someone with navigation. That which I know.
I have I have on
I
mine. I have survey scanners.
Oh, good.
I do
What
have
does
that
that
on
do?
mine. I can scan a specific point of interest within range. It can be a single point on the map or a specific feature in the world.
Hmm. Oh, I do want to let you know, okay, I also have metal detector.
I have navigation. Um, I was saying
Yes.
when we were going through it, I have other people's modules marked down. I guess just because we were trying to decide who got who. So I know
Yes.
in the works there's metal detector and sleeping beauty and also navigation.
Yes. I have metal detector, which is technically passive, so I don't need to activate that.
So it's passive and
Um,
active. You can activate it if you want more information, but I think you can
no,
get a little
no.
bit here.
I think, well, if I roll a 20,
Yep,
um, I just gain a piece of scrap,
correct.
pretty much. Yes?
Yeah, so go
Great.
ahead and
I'm
roll
rolling
that. Yep.
a d20. Does anyone else have that?
What?
Metal detector.
Metal
Nope.
detector?
Mine's
Great.
mortars, zoom, survey
That is
scanner.
not a 20.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't find anything. Also, I will
Great.
say, the Sakura Patrol has gotten to the crash site at this point.
Great. So we need
They
to go.
are starting
Yeah.
to cut into the cockpit.
Okay, so we need to be quick
Great.
about it.
So we're going to into reactor shutdown. We need to activate the other things first in order, and then I activate Sleeping Beauty last because we can't activate anything else after that.
Okay, so you want me to
Um,
activate shield dome now?
is that how it works, Nick?
Yes, if you activate it now, it will stay through reactor shutdown.
Great.
Okay.
Just
Yes.
if you
So
do
yes.
anything after that point, it will basically wake you
Great.
back up.
And then I will call them on my comms, on my personal comms,
Okay.
that on my person, not my mech,
So you need to get
and say,
within
hey.
medium range of them then.
So we will try and get within medium range, but not visible. Is that possible to get within range with them, but not be visible via like manual looking?
You can roll.
Great. Please.
Still.
Ah,
Is it just you
that's a
that you're
16.
gonna move, or is it everybody?
Well, I want to know if there is a place we can go for that.
Um, It depends on your role. You can probably move to it.
That was a 16.
Then yes, you can move up, and they will not be able to like detect you.
And then I will say that's where I probably will lead them to.
Okay.
And then it's kind of an ambush if need be, because they can't detect us. For the most part, I think. Um, as long as they don't see us, they can't detect us. Um, so when the is does did anything? Yeah, I think you activated your shield and I activated Sleeping Beauty, and then I'm saying, "Hello, Sakura." It's Sakura. Yeah,
Yep.
Sakura. Hello, Sakura Corpo. This is a independent crawler speaking, representative speaking. We are at your position. However, we have no conflict with you, and we do not wish to engage with you. We simply wish to split um, a bit of our split this hall, um, as we know that you prefer modules. Um, we are ready to part with most of the modules on board that vessel, as long as we are able to part. Long as you are able to part with the systems on that vessel. If this is agreeable with you, please say so.
Okay. So it takes a couple of seconds, and you do hear encrypted chatter back and forth between their mechs before eventually somebody comes on the line, and you hear Union representative. This is Captain James Atticus speaking from Reaper Squadron. You must understand that this is Sakura property. This is a research station of ours, and we're just here to reclaim what is ours. If you want to make this difficult, we'd be happy to fight you over it, but we are not giving you anything from this station.
Can I examine from where I'm at the crash? Is it Sakura Tech?
You
I can.
can, yes. You can see. Actually, you're gonna have to roll for that one because it is covered in a kind of
That's
black
fine.
film.
I roll my dice this time.
Okay.
It was just a 20. Is that what I'm rolling?
A 20?
I am rolling a d20,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. D20 for everything.
Okay. 18!
Okay, yes. You can see both the flower and the Sakura name emblazoned kind of underneath the film.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
Mm, do we still want the fight moving forward?
I will say that there are others coming to their position, and if we were to help them defend, we would only help them defend if they gave in to our demands. Otherwise, we would not stop. We would assist in the assault upon them.
Dizzy.
Um,
Mm, I think that's agreeable. If they don't want our help in defending them and offer us payment in return, then we might as well just join in the assault against them and then take
correct.
what's ever left if we're the last group standing. No point in trying to help them if they're not going to be willing to pay us any contribution for our help.
That's all great to know, but you guys are assuming they're going to need our help.
Well, if there's more than just us, they all will be fighting each other, and we will be hidden.
Alright, so do we just want them to arrive and then wait for how it pans
So
out?
if we so we could ambush their ways out. We could ambush after the fighting is over. We could just sit and watch. Honestly, we probably could have done that on the cliff. But um I think that is still an option. However, that would be a little bit harder, I believe. Um,
Tricky decisions.
tricky decisions. I think we should at least acknowledge that yes, it is their festival. However, um, they are currently about to be assaulted by multiple other units that, even
Yeah,
if they are not as powerful, even if one of them is just as powerful of them, they will most definitely need an ally to help them in some sort of way. And I would not be remiss to make friends with Sakura. I haven't, but who knows, really? We should at least ask them about their knowledge of the other squadrons approaching their destination or approaching their position.
like in a way, give them a heads up.
Like, are you aware of any other of this happening?
Hmm.
So we
Because they
also
don't know how
giving them.
many of us that we don't theoretically they don't know how many of us there are. There could be 20 of us, technically, maybe not, but a good amount. Um, but up to you. What are your opinions, thoughts?
Honestly, I want to see what their reaction would be to being alerted
Yep,
of more squadrons closing in on them.
sure.
And that way we can see if they're actually willing to negotiate now that we know this information and they don't, or that they were not aware of.
Is that agreeable to UK?
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So I'm going to message them again and say, we understand that that is your ship, Sakura. However, I would like to see if you are aware of the multiple approaching squadrons and offer you assistance in the case that you did um, not know of these. That is all.
We've had a beat on those raiders ever since they left that shitty camp of theirs. We're not all that worried about the couple trucks they're bringing over here. We can take them on, no worries.
Inspired. They are born peasants, if I may be putting it so honestly.
Um, so it seems like they are our biggest threat to this. Unfortunate, but
Um,
that's just how it is. We could wait until they are distracted by said trucks and things and block off their exits so that they cannot escape those things, possibly.
I would say yes, if they get distracted by others coming in, that will give us the opportunity to somewhat surprise them because they'll be too busy worrying about the others and dwindling those numbers and possibly their own numbers, which would then give us the upper hand overall.
Can you, I saw two of them, but can you look at the other two?
I can.
That would be a good thing to do. Just kind of like peek.
Yeah, somebody roll me a d20 roll.
I can, unless you want.
17.
Not me. I
17. I heard 17 first. Okay. One of them
Yep.
is a kind of bipedal, looks not a lot smaller than the brawler, but it is carrying a laser rifle. This is a Hussar mech. It is quite fast. And the other one is, I don't know how the hell I'm going to describe this. It is a biped mech with a large mining wheel attached to it out the front on arms. This is a jackhammer. It is a kind of reclamation mining focused mech.
So the main two we would have to worry about would be the Atlas and the other one that's mainly meant for battle. Well, possibly the other little one that's
Three of
super
them
speedy.
look to be meant for combat, and one of them is just a reclamation mech.
So we have three to worry about overall. The fourth one, not a problem. Should we wait to see what would happen when the other squadrons arrive? That way, they're somewhat distracted, wasting energy and ammunition and everything on them, rather than wasting it on us.
Do
So
we want to pit them against each
I
other?
do.
He.
The um.
Mm.
hmm.
All right. From the opposite end of the
So
cavern, you do hear engine noise or engine sounds. The raiders are here.
Mm.
You see a
wait.
couple of
Yeah.
you see a couple of trucks pull in through the archway. On the backs of those trucks are a couple of machine guns as well as lots of people.
Great.
Would
Are we relatively hidden?
You guys believe yourselves to be, yes.
Great.
And I believe that's where we're going to end episode 2.
Oh, good.
So, episode 3 probably going to start with a combat one. That's going to be fun. But yeah, we will be back soon.